When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to a city immortalized in song. Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium, and home to the Western Michigan Broncos. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Broncos ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. First and 10. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. He'll set up to throw. And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lawson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense with jumbo personnel. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. All right, guys, let's talk a little Western Michigan. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll go to the fullback. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to do it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Man, that's tough when you run the RPO and you put me in conflict. You can't let those linebackers come downhill really fast because I still have to play pass, and they hand it off, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
The Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10.
Cooler 18. Cooler under. Convoy. Ready, go.
The give to the fullback. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Let's talk for just a moment about Western Michigan. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Broncos have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Caught in the backfield, it's Klein. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Back looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos! A great catch and run for 6. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return.
Texas offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking for room, it's Lawson. Got the 1st down and more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Got his man downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's the guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Handoff to the lone back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
A pickup of 8. Brings up 2nd down.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Off the RPO, complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. He makes a grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Brought down near the 4-yard line. 3rd down coming.
We've come to the break. It's Western Michigan on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd.
0.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. The option look. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Texas! Great job by the back on the option.
Man, you got to be so disciplined when you play the option. You got to keep your eyes on your guy. They lost track of the pitch, man. The quarterback pitches it to him. He takes it in the house. Got to be a little bit more sound on defense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
On the ground, it's Martin. He's in open space downfield. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. At the 45 on its way. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Here we go. The give to the fullback. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time. 2nd and 6.
At the 33. 2nd down coming up.
They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. There he goes. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get us 1st down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
They'll try to outflank him with the jet sweep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. And got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Here's a heat. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The snap sets up the throw. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
And as they come to the line of scrimmage here, you can take the lead with a field goal, but a touchdown here gives you extra cushion. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Lawson. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
Listen, at this point, the end of the 1st half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Here's the handoff. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Longhorns! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Ole Miss is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that looks like it did when Archie and Eli were here. They're up by 21 over South Alabama. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Skips away from pressure. Now he's looking into the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He might want another play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Lawson. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The kick is on its way. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Stevens. Bears the pressure. He's past the 30. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he flew it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And I expect them after that incompletion to go for it here on 4th down again. I know they're in their own end of the field right now, but we talked to the coaching staff coming into this one. They said, we are going to be aggressive no matter what. We haven't seen the punter in this game yet for them, and I don't think you're going to see him here either.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Western Michigan, 7.
And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Where's they go? 1st and 10.
The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They've played really well in this first half.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Under fire! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Back to throw, it's Stevens. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Got it behind the line. It's Dickey. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you're obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on 3rd down. I like when you slip them in there to try to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
A first down run on the doorstep. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Firing to the right, complete. Turns it on in midfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. They'll power it inside with the fullback.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
And the Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run the quarterback sneak.
QB sneak. Gain of 1. 3rd down coming up.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Splits the uprights. Good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Texas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. Still on his feet. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Caught behind the line. It's McCutcheon. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator because on 3rd down, you throw a bunch of wide receivers out there. Everybody on defense thinks you're going to be throwing the football. Instead, you hand it off to your running back, and he shows great vision. He knows where the sticks are, picks up the first down. And this offense, they've got some momentum going now.
Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that
lead. The toss sweep to the right. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got the tight end. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
28, Western Michigan, 10.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Plant. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Brings up third down.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Intercepted. Bringing it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Extending the play. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looking for a crease to the left. Trucks through the defender. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And the Longhorns will try to punch it in on first and goal. Now adjusting. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended.
After that amazing performance in week one, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. It's Bland. Starting to feel a little pressure. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. 1st down and more. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Broncos want to move quickly.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
To the air on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Using his feet. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Right on target this time. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
The Broncos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Bland. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And the extra point is good. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Picks up the first down, still moving. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. A lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the pummeling has started.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Western Michigan, 17.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Run it with the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
On the run, it's Martin. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
With the catch, it's Martin. And They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
The Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Bland. He rifles one deep to the left. Picked off to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes.